Hello, my name is Miss Dorbin and I'm the Literacy Coordinator here at Icknield High School. Thank you for taking the time to watch this parents' workshop about literacy. I want you to first have a think about what aspirations do you have for your child. What type of job would you like them to have when they are older? How much money would you like them to earn? And where do you think they may be living? Because one thing that will affect all of those answers is literacy. For many children, nationally and also within the Icknield community, literacy will be a barrier for some of them achieving their aspirations. The aim of this presentation is to help you understand what the literacy problem is, why some students will have a problem reading. To know the different components of reading, to understand what we are doing to support literacy, but also what you can do at home to help. So what is the reading situation at Icknield High School? We have an expectation that students will read. We also expect students to have a reading age of 11 or 12 in Year 7 and 12 or 13 years in Year 8. So it is in line with their actual age, their chronological age. The reading age in Year 7 varies from about age 5 to over 17. So there is a massive range in terms of reading ability. And we want all students to make progress with their reading. So we're expecting students to be reading at or above their expected age. So, what is the reading situation at Icknield High School? We are a reading school. We encourage your children to read. Reading is a routine part of their school life. They will read during morning registration. They will read in lessons. We have a dedicated extra English lesson which will develop literacy skills and reading. But also we want your child to read at home every day. As a result of the reading that our students do, we have lots of students that become millionaire readers, reading over 1 million words in a year. And that number is increasing. We also have lots of students making good progress in reading. Previously, at the start of the year, we get roughly 40% of students starting the school with reading ages below that of expectation. We also get some students reading at or above their expectation too. But by the end of the year, you can see that we have made massive reductions in the number of students reading below expectation. We also end up with growth at expectation and above expectation. So by the end of the year, almost 70 to 80% of our students are reading at the expectation or above. We expect your child to make progress in reading too. So why is reading important? Reading is important for a range of different reasons. Firstly, it's important for stimulating students' imagination. It can help stimulate thinking. It helps develop language skills and aids comprehension, understanding about the world that we live in. It allows students to access GCSE examinations because they can understand the question. They know what they need to write about. But it doesn't stop there. These skills will last for a lifetime through A-levels and beyond. It's a vital life skill, and it will help our children learn about the world they live in, about complex issues. And good writing also starts with good reading. So it is a key skill needed to progress in all of their subjects, not just English. There are lots of studies that will show the benefit of reading and literacy. Students are likely to do significantly better in maths if they have got good reading ages. It is also one of the strongest factors affecting science results. And it's also recommended that reading will help improve vocabulary by 26%. And this is research by the Institute of Education in London, the Education Endowment Foundation, and the Centre of Longitudinal Studies. So these are all proven to show that literacy will have a big impact on the outcomes of students. So what are the different components of reading? According to Scarborough's reading rope, there are lots of different areas of reading: background knowledge, vocabulary, language structures, verbal reasoning, their literacy knowledge, sight recognition, decoding, and phonological awareness. And all of those different components are woven together so that children can read. Sometimes students might struggle with one or two of the skills, but what we need is your students to master all of the skills to become better readers. So what do we want your children to do? We want them to be able to recommend books to other people. We want them to be able to choose books that they will like reading themselves. We want them to be able to summarise what they've been reading about, to read with expression, to read with understanding and comprehension, to know what they've read, to have reading preferences so they can say why they like reading something. And we want them to read for pleasure. So what are we doing to support your child? We are targeting readers within lessons to help encourage those students that might need extra help with reading. We're introducing small group intervention, which is based in students' bubbles, and that will be dedicated to improving those reading ages of students that are most at need of help. We're using accelerated reader and extra English reading lessons to develop literacy skills of all students in Year 7 and 8. We're also using Bedrock Vocabulary, Lexia and Core 5 to target intervention to specific students. We have got a modern library with over 6,000 books which can be ordered via the library staff so that they will get delivered to your child in their class to maintain the bubbles. There are also a wide variety of opportunities in lessons to develop reading, writing, speaking and listening and student vocabulary. There are activities in the morning registration such as reading or word of the week. We also take part in Drop Everything and Read, where everyone in the whole school community will stop what they're doing and pick up a book. Your child will routinely take part in many of these activities, part of our literacy programme. But it's really important that you understand that a parent is a child's first and longest serving teacher, and that relationship is ongoing throughout a child's life. So what we need you to do is try and support your child with literacy too. Support your child with their weekly spelling homework. Encourage your child to read and reread questions. Learn the spellings, but also the meanings. Can they apply the word and use it in a sentence? Create opportunities for your children to experience new vocabulary and language. Visiting new things, reading new books, learning about the world. Support the reading by using Accelerated Reader at home too. The main thing is that you are creating opportunities for your child to read at home. What else can you do? Well, you can encourage your children to take a break from their computers, tablets or laptops. Turn off the TV. Stop the films. Take a break from Netflix. Have a break from the gaming and the computer consoles that they might be playing. Put mobile phones in a drawer and turn off social media. And encourage reading. Reading for at least 20 minutes a day will make a massive difference to your child's literacy and reading ability. You can encourage your child to read a range of texts, so comics, newspapers, fiction, non-fiction, poetry or plays, or anything else you can think of. You can encourage your child to read from a series of books, for example, a favourite author or books on a particular topic that might interest them. Watch a film and read the book. Use plenty of praise, encourage students to read, and don't be put off if they make a mistake. It's how we all learn. Ask your children about the books that they are reading. What's happening? Join a library, borrow more books. But read. If a student is reading for 1 minute a day, they're going to be reading 180 minutes per school year. They will be exposed to around 8,000 words. And that sounds quite a lot, until we start to think about if they're reading for 5 minutes a day. And their exposure to language will be much greater. Over 280,000 words a year. And if we increase that to 20 minutes a day, it's 1,800,000 words a year. Reading for 20 minutes a day help students achieve test results in the top 10%. Reading makes a difference. So we've mentioned that we have a good record in raising levels of literacy for our students. We are working hard to develop your child's literacy skills, but we need your help to do this at home. Get your child to read for 20 minutes a day. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for listening. If you do have any queries or questions, please feel free to drop me an email. Thank you.